Welcome to the Langston English Talk Show. We're your host, Alberto Castillo, and our special guest, Momo. Hi, Momo.
Hi, Alberto.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
How are you?
I'm happy.
That's awesome. Now, Momo, can you explain to us how old you are, what grade you're in, and what school you go to?
I'm 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade. I'm in Nanchang Middle School.
Awesome. Now, it seems to me, Momo, that you have a good grasp of English. How long have you been learning English?
I have been learning English for 7 years or 8 years.
7 or 8 years?
Yes.
And how long have you been here at Langston learning English?
6 or 7 years.
So almost your whole entire time since you've been learning English. Can you tell me what classes you've taken so far?
I have taken New Concept English, 4,000 Essential Words, and Ivy League, and Laugh.
Out of all those classes you've taken, which one's your favorite?
My favorite is New Concept English.
Why is that?
Because it is the most helpful and the most useful. It can improve my English skills.
Now, with the skills that you've learned in New Concept English, can you explain to me how you've used it outside of the school?
Outside school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can be a tool to translate abroad with my parents and foreigners.
Have you gone outside of the country?
Yes, of course.
Where?
Singapore.
Singapore?
Yes.
How was Singapore?
I think Singapore is clean.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's very beautiful and full of green that trees, grass, and almost everywhere.
That's awesome. Now, tell me one experience that you had using English in Singapore.
Whoa. The most I think is when I meet a foreigner and my parents want to ask like how to go to another places, and my parents asked him, but my parents doesn't know English,
Right.
And I have to translate. So I use my English skills to practice my speaking skills.
Okay.
Yes, and also I am a tool to translate.
Okay, good. Now, you go to a middle school, right? And you learn English there as well. How would you say the level of English that you're studying in your middle school compares to the level of English here at Langston?
Is very different because our regular school is so easy.
Okay, explain that to me a little bit more.
Yeah, because its vocabulary is simple, like happy, sad, and instruction, I think, is the most high-level vocabulary in this book. Yes, but in Langston, it got so many different vocabularies and many hard vocabularies. Yes.
So it's totally different. So the vocabulary here at Langston's harder than the vocabulary at your regular school.
Yes.
Do you think that studying at Langston helped you out or is helping you out to do well in your regular English class at school?
Of course, because if there's no Langston English, I will do very bad in my regular school. But now I'm in Langston, so the score in my regular school is very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you number one?
Yes,
Oh,
always.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm proud of you.
Yes.
I'm actually really proud of you, Momo. So, when did you start feeling that English was starting to come naturally to you?
Yeah, it's also the experience that I am a tool that to translate between my parents and foreigners.
Okay.
Yes.
Was it when you started when you went to Singapore, or at what age did you think that, oh, I'm ready, I got this?
2019.
2019. So that's almost 5 years, right?
Yes.
So when you went to Singapore then?
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. Now, how would you compare your English to your peers at school?
To my classmate, like?
Yeah.
Oh, it's also some very clever classmates I have met,
Yeah.
and they didn't speak English so naturally.
So you speak it well.
Yes, I think it is the most different.
So, what would you say would be the difference of how you learned English comparing to your other classmates that speak also English?
Yes, it's the difference of just translate. Just like I say, Chinglish.
Chinglish. Okay.
Yes. The regular school always lets us to translate the English to Chinese. Yes.
So you find yourself all the time just having to do Chinglish homework,
Yes.
right? Okay. If you can think about challenges that you face in English, what are some of the difficulties and challenges you faced so far?
Whoa, that's experience like last year,
Mm-hmm.
and because last year I just in middle school for 1 weeks or 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah, that time I'm influenced by the regular school teacher, and she always let me to translate, to do Chinglish, and I am not so like it.
You didn't like it a lot?
Yes.
Now, do you think, I know this sounds bad to say, but do you think your English is a little bit better than your Chinese English teacher?
Oh my God.
I know that's a really, I know I should not say that, right? But how do you
Yes.
feel about that? Do you think it's sometimes better?
I think my vocabularies is better than my English
Than your
teachers because my English teacher always so young.
Uh-huh.
It's she was born in 2000.
So she's really young. Oh,
Yes.
she's very, very young. Okay. Now, have you faced any challenges here studying at Langston?
I think it's no much challenges and difficulties because it is just because everybody around me said my brain is more clever.
Yeah.
I am more clever than other people, so I think I'm not so difficult to study in Langston.
Right, I think so too. I mean, I've taught you a couple of times, and
Yes.
you've been one of my smartest students, to be honest. I think it was.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time I taught you was in our life class.
Yes.
I think that was with you, Billy, and I forgot her other name.
Nancy.
But Nancy. Oh yeah, Nancy too. Yeah, so all three of you guys were like some of my smartest students, right? So I remember.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I remember teaching you guys because it was during COVID, so you were pretty good, and I remember you guys competing with each other all the time as well. So yeah, you guys were doing great in that class. Now, how would you say if you were to rate Langston from 1 to 10, how would you rank it? Would you recommend it to anybody?
Yes, of course, because I think Langston is better than other English educational companies.
Okay, how so?
Because Langston put me into English environment, and so I can speak English fluently and to learning English and without difficulties. Yes, I think this is the most difference of the other companies.
Now, getting on that note, how was your experience with your teachers here at Langston?
Teachers?
Yeah. How are all your experiences with your teachers? How would you say the experience and the atmosphere is? Have they helped you out before, or what would you say they've done for you?
Oh, just like Lily, she taught me to not to listen the regular school teachers because I say that I mentioned it because I was translate
all the time.
Always translate.
Always translate.
Yes, I hate it. Yes.
Are there any other teachers that have helped you out here?
Of course, like you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't have many teachers that always encourages me and always give me gifts like candy, chocolate. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Momo. I try my best.
Yes.
The idea here is for me as a teacher, right, as an educator, is to be able to teach you English, not just that, but in between that English conversation that we have, it's also to teach you morals about life, right? How to be a better person, how to survive out in different worlds, because you've been outside of China. It's totally different than inside of China, right?
Yes.
So how do you communicate with other foreigners? How do you communicate with other people from different cultures? And you and I know perfectly well that English is one of the ways. So
Yes.
how are you going to present yourself? So my goal here is to make sure that you are able to be your person outside and to be able to express yourself.
Yes, this is what a teacher do. Yeah.
And we try our best. We try. Sometimes we're not always great, but we try our best to be that teacher. Now, I know I've asked you so many questions about English and Langston, but let's get a little bit more into the fun questions. Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, Momo, what's your hobby?
Ha!
Or what are your hobbies? Let me ask that question instead.
Yeah, as you say, a fun question.
Yeah.
My hobby is to play basketball and rap and make music.
Okay. So tell me about basketball first.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always watched NBA.
Okay.
And my father plays basketball well.
Your father plays basketball well?
Yes, and he always teaches me how to play basketball well and like shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense. Yeah.
So all different parts
all
of the
the
court.
skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long have you been playing basketball for?
Oh, that's when I was 3 years old.
3 years old?
Yeah, I have loved basketball.
That's awesome. I think that's really awesome,
Yeah,
Mama.
because of my dad.
Because of your dad. Now, when did you start having a passion for music?
Music.
Yeah.
To write music, make music.
Yeah.
That's very difficult because I have to learn it by myself.
And when did you start learning that?
3 or 2 years ago.
3 or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you make your own music. You make beats?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Most of them, all the beats.
All the beats. So you make all the beats as well?
Yes.
So do you rap?
Yes.
English or Chinese?
English the most.
English the most. Who is an influence to you for music? Because obviously you had to learn about rap and hip hop from somewhere, right? And you're rapping in English. So who influenced you?
A star in China.
Really?
A star in China, and my dad told me that the foreigners, the stars, just not in China. Right, for foreigner stars, and like my dad told me that Eminem, yes, is the best rapper all of time.
You know what? I wouldn't disagree with that. There are a couple more, right? But Eminem learned from somebody else, right? But Eminem has his own style.
Yes, fast.
Really, really fast, right? If you were to be able to go travel around the world, any place, anywhere, where would it be?
That's a great question because I want to travel all around the world. It's very hard to pick one.
Explain why you want to travel all around the world. I think that's a good answer. Why?
Because there is a book called Around the World 80 Days.
Okay.
Yes, this is a famous book.
Right.
And when I read this book, I think, there's a stream in my head that I want to travel around the world and see different people, to communicate with different people and learn different cultures. Yes, I think that's fun.
I think so too. Honestly, Momo, you should.
Yes.
I just came back from a world trip myself. So I think you really should, Momo.
Yes.
So, and plus, you know English, so English is always going to help you out, especially with that.
Yeah, because the English is the most popular language in the world.
Exactly, it really is. Momo, do you have any questions for me, my friend?
Any questions for you?
Yes.
Oh my God, I think there's none.
No questions for me. Nothing at all.
Yes, because I think you're perfect.
Oh, dude, no. Oh, dude, do not feed my ego. No, but thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that a lot. Now, if you were to give any advice to any younger students or any student that wanted to learn English here at Langston, what would it be?
Oh, I think just calm down.
Mhm.
Yeah, not to be too nervous.
Right.
And just study. Yeah, in an easy way.
In an easy way.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how did you start studying?
Oh, my mom brought me to Langston.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously you'd say study, but what was the best way that you learned how to study?
Yeah, just what I say. Calm down.
Calm down.
Yes.
So just relax.
Yeah, just relax and you will learn many things.
Awesome. Now, is there anything else you would like to tell us before we go?
Oh, I think...
Any advice or anything that you would like to tell all of us here?
Yeah. I think I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say?
Yes. You know, I am very... I'm nervous now.
No, don't be.
Yes.
You're doing good, Momo. You're doing really good.
Yes. And I just want to say, yeah, just calm down, relax, and to study well, and be a great heart to be study without difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope everybody study without difficulties, but there is some difficulties we can't avoid.
Right. With that said, I'm going to add on to that. You're right. So there are always going to be difficulties and challenges around life, But as long as you have a good heart, and like you said, calm down first. Make sure you always calm down, because you can't solve any problems until you calm down. Because what good would it do to you if you're mad and you're trying to solve a problem? It just becomes chaotic, and it just becomes chaos, right?
Yes.
So like you said, and that's a good thing that you say that too, because not that many people think about it that way. But first calm down, and then you'll figure out how to solve your problems, no matter what. So yeah, that's a good good advice.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent job, Momo. All right, so with that said, we're wrapping it up. This is another episode of Langston's English Talk Show, where our special guest, Momo.
Yeah, hi.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right.
All right.
Dude, you